So I've kind of been bothered by this whole thing in Descendants where, you know, if you've ever seen the first movie and the second movie and stuff, I'm going to be talking about stuff in the first movie and the second movie. So if you haven't seen them, then, you should probably watch them before watching this video. But if you don't care about spoilers, then I guess whatever. But yeah, in the first movie, Mal, like, she does a love spell on Ben, and people are kind of just like comparing it to like a date drug rape drug thing where some horrible people will put drugs in people's drinks to like you know make them not be able to think straight or make them like go unconscious or something so they can take them somewhere and rape them. And they think, oh, I'm just gonna have sex with them, but it's like that's literally fucking rape. So, fuck that. So people are comparing it to that. And yeah, it kind of is, love spells are kind of like that. That's why I'm just like, I don't like love spells. You're literally taking away someone's like free will. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, why are you taking away people's free will? Like, that's not real love. That's fake. It's fake love. It's not real. Like you're literally taking away someone's free will. Like I just you're controlling someone. Don't fucking do it. So it's like, Mal's kind of horrible for that. But then, a little bit later in the movie, they go on this date thing at the Enchanted Lake. And if you know anything about the Enchanted Lake, it removes any spells or curses and stuff. They kind of use it a few times throughout the three movies. Because also in the third movie, Jane, I guess, spoiler for the third movie, but she uses the Enchanted Lake to hide from a curse, and then she's not put under any spells or anything, and then she's like perfectly fine, so she's free to go and do stuff herself and try to help save the day and everything. And, when Ben and Mal went to the Enchanted Lake for their date, he went into the lake to go swimming, and so the Enchanted Lake washed off the love spell that Mal did, and then he just went along with the date like it's normal to be drugged like that. Like, I mean, I get that magic is normal in their universe and they can just do whatever basically with it. But like, she literally forced you against your will to like her. Like, I get he kind of liked her before. Like, he was like, maybe he didn't really necessarily like her before, but he was like open to the idea of her not being a shitty person like her parents, because she's a villain kid. And so, like, he was open to her being a good person, but it's just like, she literally put a spell on you. That's not what good people do. Like, I just. What? Like, why are you okay with this? Why did you go with it? Like, you just were like, whatever, who cares? Like, I just. Bitch, what the fuck? And then, like, later in the movie, he tells her that it wore off, and then he was like, "Oh, I get it. You just wanted to, use that to get with me because you didn't see a chance of getting with me because I was with Audrey and all this stuff." And it's just like that's not a good excuse to use for drugging someone or making it so you can control someone or whatever. Like, bitch, are you that stupid? Like, I get he's supposed to be like 16 in the movie, but like, I feel like a 16-year-old should still kind of know this stuff, right? Like, a 16-year-old doesn't want to be fucking forced to do shit against their will. No one wants to be forced to do shit against their will. Like, if you're gonna force someone to do something, especially if they don't want to do it, but like, even if they would want to normally do it, like, it's still fucking shitty to force someone to do something like that. Like, I just, like, literally anything. It could be anything. Don't force people to do shit. Just fucking don't. You're a horrible person if you force people to do it. And then, I wanted to talk about something in the second movie too. Uma, who was like basically the antagonist of the second movie, when she did the same thing, she got a hold of Mal's spellbook at one point, and then she did the same love spell on Ben. Then everyone, like, demonized her for doing the same exact spell. It's just like, so you are all okay with Mal doing it, but when Uma does it, it's bad. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's a little weird how you're okay with the white girl doing it, but then when the black girl does it, you want to cast her out and demonize her and just, like, what? That's a little sus, a little weird that you wanna. I just, yeah, I feel like Descendants seems to have a little bit of a problem with their characters of color and like portraying them and everything like that. Like, it's a little weird sometimes. Like, I've seen people point out a few things where I'm just like, yeah, that does seem a little weird that they're doing that with their characters of color in this series. So, you know, like, what the fuck? But yeah, just like, why was Ben okay with this? Like, I get he's supposed to be like good and whatever, but it really makes him look like he's just really fucking naive, which I guess he is, but at the same time, do you really want kids to be rooting for this? Do you really want kids to look up to this as a healthy relationship? Or like good characters, healthy characters to like try to follow? Like, you want kids to look up to this? Like, I'm pretty sure the Descendants things are supposed to be for, you know, like kids, but also it slightly feels like it's a little targeted towards like somewhat older kids who are like preteens, early teens, somewhere around there. Because like the characters are 16 to 18 over the next like however many movies. So they're older kids kind of thing here. So it's kind of does seem like it's a movie's like kind of made for teenagers too, but also at the same time, there's some like stuff there that seems like it's very childish and stuff. So it's kind of like it also seems like it's targeted towards like 6-year-olds or something like that. And it's kind of just you want kids to be looking up to this and trying to, whatever with these kinds of relationships. Also, when they do the whole thing in the first movie and then they like just don't give a shit about Audrey. Like, what the fuck? Because she was dating Ben before Mel like completely ruined their relationship, and it's just like none of these people give a shit about Audrey now, even though he literally like dumped her in front of the entire school for this other girl who literally just got here and he barely knows. Like, Audrey and Ben have known each other since they were very small children, and then he just met this other girl and now he's already dating her. Like, it does not look good. Like, this should not be a thing that kids should be looking up to. It's just really weird. There's so many problems with this whole thing. I felt like this specifically really needed to be talked about though, because I also kind of wanted to do another video where I talk about other problems with Descendants, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to talk about this specifically, but I don't know for just a general thing, because I also talked about in another video of a couple things I didn't like about Descendants, so I don't know if I really should do another video like that. But I don't know, but yeah, I just thought I would talk about this specifically, and yeah. So anyways, I guess that's kind of it for this video though. So yeah, I guess bye then.